Hello, I'm EnterElysium, and welcome to a Let's Try of Surviving Mars, the new game published by Paradox that, well, you go to Mars, you try and build a colony, and you try and not die from the fact that I never give you any food. That didn't happen at all. Anyway, we're going to have a go, and we're going to dive right in with a new game. The music's kind of cool, by the way. Right. So, we can change a load of our starting stuff. For instance, you've got a mission sponsor, a commander profile, a logo, which, you know, it's just a logo, and a mystery, which is effectively the kind of vague storyline that you will have. It's not a massive thing. Most of it's just survival, try and build your colony, but there is a background thing regarding your mystery. We'll leave that as random, because I don't want to have to pick. I like having a random mystery. Logo, ooh, do you have something kind of awesome? Let's go that final countdown. Sure. Mission sponsor. Now, our mission sponsor, you've got a number of choices, and these all make kind of big impacts on what you do. For instance, we've got stuff like starting rockets, which is more stuff you can bring. Basically, rockets allow you to take stuff over there, and you have to buy extra rockets if you want more stuff taken over there. A bit like if you've played Dwarf Fortress, it works a bit like that in that you have to like provision yourself to begin with. You also get funding. You get research per sol, which is like a sol day. Starting applicants, so that's the number of people who will be willing to come over on a rocket, on a one-way trip. It doesn't necessarily need to be a one-way trip to Mars. Large rocket payload, so your rocket can carry more stuff. Colonists never get Earthsick. Food supply from passenger rockets increased by times 10. Ooh. And rocket synthesize fuel. So the rocket can come over, synthesize fuel, and then fly back, provided you give it the raw materials, which I think is just water. USA, large rocket, periodic additional funding. Funding is 8 as opposed to 30, by the way. International Mars mission is like the very easy start because you get so much money. We're not going to pick that. It's really powerful. Blue Sun Corporation, which, you know, totally digging the Firefly reference. We get 10k. We only get 100 research per sol. Starting applicants 100. Can buy applicants with funding. Additional rockets are significantly cheaper. Probes can discover rare material deposits. And we get deep metal extraction technology. Can extract deep metals and deep rare metal deposits. I'm really digging the Firefly reference. China, as you may have guessed, you have additional people on your rockets. You start with 200 applicants. Applicants are generated twice as fast. It's all about people. India. All buildings are cost reduced. You also get low G engineering, which unlocks a medium dome, which is like a bigger dome than the small dome. You probably knew that. Europe. Research per sol, 400. It's the highest research. Gain funding every time a tech is researched. Gain double if it's a breakthrough tech, which is a special type. 5 extra starting technologies, which is a lot. Space Y, totally not related to any other space letters. Starting out with 75, so you get less people, but you get drone hubs that have additional drones. Drone hubs are like the things that have the drones that go and build the things. You know, 50% cheaper advanced resources. So if you want to like take advanced resources with you, they're half the price. Church of the New Ark, colonists of religious trait, birth rates doubled, hydroponic farms, performance reduced by 50%. Russia, fueled extractors, fueled refinery, rockets have extended travel time, which is a drawback. And Paradox Interactive. Discover more breakthroughs, researching a breakthrough grants an applicant. Rockets require more fuel to launch. I'm kind of tempted by Space Y, although they are, you know, pretty short on cash and applicants. They do start with 5 rockets, though, which is a lot. Sure, let's be Space Y. So we're all about, you know, we're going to be Elon Musk colonizing Mars. Except totally Space Y, not X. So maybe not Elon Musk, maybe Elon Musk. Elon Musk is going to be colonizing Mars. Elon Musk. There we go. Totally not related for copyright reasons or trademark reasons. It's a name. Don't think it can be either. Anyway, Elon Musk. Right, let's do this. Actually, if we go back. No, not that one. Commander profile. Right, so you also get a profile, which is effectively like a direction that you have. So drones are gradually optimized to work and construct faster until Sol 100. So your drones will get better. We get autonomous hubs. Drone hubs no longer require power maintenance, which is cool. Which means that you don't actually have to connect them to your electricity network, which is great. Oligarch, fuel production increased. You get archaeology, which unlocks a residential spire. Hydro engineer, start of water deposit revealed. Domes consume less water. That's really good because if you don't start right next to water, it can be interesting. Doctor, birth rate, psychologist, sanity, man, nobody needs that. Politician, funding increase. Futurist, more tech stuff. Ecology, astrogeologist is about rare metals, and rocket scientist is start with an extra rocket, and you get jet propulsion, which unlocks shuttle hub and long-range transportation. We're going to go inventor, because Elon Musk is definitely an inventor. Totally unrelated. And this is where we pick our loadout. So, prefab buildings. We start with 3 drone hubs. I'm kind of thinking that we should probably the cargo capacity on the shuttle is now 0 kilograms. You have a limit to how much your shuttle, your rocket can carry. Hello, rocket. And then you've got funding, and we've got spare funding at the moment. We could probably get ourselves a Stirling generator, which generates power. Maybe a fuel refinery to send it back. Yeah. Moisture evaporator. That basically gets water from the air. Takes a lot of power, though, and does not work during dust storms. Drone hub is probably a good idea, since, they don't take energy, though. Drones 4. Polymer machine part. You know what? I'm probably going to say this is okay, and we can just call additional if we need them. Tracken 1. Yeah, there we go. Okay, let's do this. Now, again, a bit like Dwarf Fortress, there's definitely inspiration here from Dwarf Fortress. You can select a colony site, and you can see that we've got resources, metal, concrete, water, and your threat. Dust Devil, Dust Storm, Meteors, and Cold Waves. So we're going to just hit random a few times. So we can start with something that's got a reasonable amount of water and concrete. I want 4 water and maybe 3 concrete. Closer. 444 is good, but cold waves, so painful. So, no. Meteor 4? Tempting. That's better, right, okay. Because we're not going for the easiest to start, so I want to be able to demonstrate this without dying immediately. Relatively flat. Minus 15 degrees outside, which is great. 2 materials, 3 concrete, max 4 water. And then 2 1 1 1 1 for threats, so we won't be immediately killed off by threats. Okay. Let's do it. Oh yeah.
Welcome to Mars.
Everyone at Mission Control is impatient to see the rocket touching down and loading its precious cargo. So to begin with, you don't have people going to Mars. You have rovers, which build stuff to get you ready to go and colonize Mars. Because if people went there, they'd be a bit like, mate, what do we do now? I'm bored. Have we got the internet? No. Oh. I made a massive mistake. So the drones go and they make the internets for you. Unloading its precious cargo are remotely controlled eyes and hands on the red planet. The rover and drones. Our goal is to secure a foothold, blah, 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 to settle on Mars, prove that the colony is sustainable. But until then, we have to make sure the colony has enough construction resources, water, oxygen, and power. Okay. So, we start with... There we go, pause again. We start with 3 orbital probes. These can be used to scan for deposits and anomalies. Although we can't scan for deep scanning, so you can find extra stuff deep in the crust and so on. Normally stuff like rare metals. We can't do that because we don't have the technology. But we can use these probes to scan any of these sectors. Right now we've got this one sector here, which we have concrete, some sort of artifact that we've got to research, and water. Great start. If you don't start with water, not great. Really not great. So we're going to probably want to research that, and it has concrete and nothing else. Great, good job there. That. underground metals. Nice. And that water. Okay. Welcome to Mars. Goodbye. Now, these things here, these are metal deposits that are on the ground. Scattered metals harvested by drones or RC transports. An underground deposit of metal can be exploited by metal extractor staff by colonists. So you can't use these with drones. These need colonists. The drones, however, can go to these like just random metal deposits on the surface, but they don't have very much. Look at these numbers. 57, 21, 20. Whereas, you know, these are 600, 700 and something a piece. So we're going to land our rocket. Concrete's going to be needed for all the buildings. We'll need a little bit of metal, which is good. And we've got water relatively nearby. I'm probably just going to say land her up here. Okay, bring that rocket down. Let's do this. Whee! It's making a sound effect. I don't need to make the sound effect. Yes, I know how to pan the camera. Thank you. Okay. We have the RC Transport 1. Remote controlled transport that transports resources, use it to remotely blah, 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 blah. Basically, it moves resources around for you. Or Bob says you can use it to move resources around. There are drones. Look at the little drones.
Hello, little drone. Hello. Oh, it's so cute. Hello.
Right. And that's it. That's all we got. Let's do this. So we've got drone hubs. Each of these has a range in which they can talk to drones. We'll want to make sure that we've got something covering, ideally, everything over here. So like that, maybe. I don't even need the second one for now. We can leave that prefab. Alright, so the drones are going to go on their way down here, and they're going to build this using our starting materials, which, if we pull up our starting materials... There you go. You can see that we have some stuff here. Now, they won't actually construct that using our starting materials. Tell a lie. They're going to construct it using the prefab we have. Because, you know, we have a prefab on board. We don't have the starting materials. We don't need starting materials right now. However, we will need things like a sensor tower and all that kind of fun jazz. We will need a concrete extractor. Now, note that that's going to take 6 metal and 2 machine parts. Now, machine parts we brought over with us, and the metal we can harvest from the surface. So let's get that going. And I'll probably say maybe build it like... Watching the number over there, 357, 334, 400, ooh, 413. That looked good. Right, we'll put that there. Now, we'll also need a way to generate power for that. This takes concrete. We don't have concrete yet. That's going to make our concrete. Could have brought some concrete over if we'd cared, but I didn't. I'm thinking we're going to go for, like, solar panel. Now, a solar panel produces 2 for 1 metal. A large solar panel produces 5 for 4 metal. So for 4 times the cost, you get 2.5 times the energy. Difference is that you don't need to maintain as many solar panels, and maintenance is a thing. So I'm actually just going to build large solar panels. I'm saying that because I know that if I don't state that, people will be up in arms. I'm actually going to say we should probably build like a couple. Now, we'll need a power accumulator, because obviously solar panels only work when there is sun. The thing is that this will also take, you guessed it, concrete. Luckily, there's just concrete sitting on the surface, which is helpful. So I'm going to build 2 power accumulators there. They won't get built Not yet. And then I'm going to build a power cable. There we go. So that we can actually run power over to there, because you need to build power cables. So, let's start off with things. Exploration. Select a sector to scan. This doesn't really matter right now, because we don't actually have like a scanny tower. You need a scanny tower to do the scanny. Makes sense, right? But we will queue some up, nonetheless, because that's just how I roll. Also, it will make this be like, there we go.
You've done the job. I can leave you now.
And then we can also select ourselves a research. So robotics. RC transport harvests the resources faster, and its maximum storage is increased by 15, not 13. Engineering. Rockets and shuttles require less fuel. Soil adaptation. Produces food. We get a new building farm. This is an inside dome farm, which people can crew to make food, as you might guess a farm does. Subsurface heating. Increases local temperature in cold areas and protects nearby buildings against cold waves. A cold wave will basically stop water, which is not good. Social. Engineers and geologists have plus 10% performance when working in their specialty. And then we've got breakthrough. Autonomous hubs, which we already have. So breakthrough is like a random technology. It's not in the tree. These are all trees. They will always be the same. The breakthroughs are kind of like oh, it's a special thing. We already have this because, you know, Space Y, Elon Musk. We're gonna probably want to get... I mean, soil we don't need just yet. Gonna go transport optimization. I know it's not the most, like, super interesting. Now, note that we can't actually really do anything here. This, you need a research explorer drone. We've only got a transport drone. We could have bought an explorer drone. I didn't. So instead, we're going to send you over here. Do the thing with the metal. Harvest all that. And then put it onto a storage block. Probably going to get, like, a universal depot for now. Oh, that overlaps the deposit. Okay. There we go. That's just a universal deposit. What's it called? Is it deposit? Universal depot. Sorry. A depot being where you store resources. A universal one being it stores a little bit of everything. So they'll be able to take stuff off the ship and dump it there, which will help. Right, we're going to go up to speed 3. Right now you can see that they're mining and then they're dumping metal up there. You can see that the transporter is mining as well. There we go. Now we're making concrete. And look, we've got a little concrete roller that's coming out and going... Burp, burp. That's the sound it makes. I don't know why I'm making these sounds for you. You can obviously hear the game. But, you know. Wait, did that just go bang? Is that a meteor? That's not good. Were you here before, or am I imagining it? I thought I heard a bang. Wasted rock. So we're getting waste rock being produced by the extractor, which you can dump other places, but you'll see it start to pile up. Now, this one is actually connected because, strangely enough, power buildings cannot transfer power between themselves. You'd think they would have cables internally, but apparently not. So instead, we're going to have to run a cable like that. You're filling it with metal, which is good, because we'll dump it here in a second. And there we go. We've got a power accumulator. I want you to go and... Oh, no. How do I do this again? Right. I want you to load. There's a way to do this. Is it control? Oh, no. I have to use this. Right. Unload resources. Click on you. There we go. If you right-click, it just wants to load stuff, so we actually want to unload all of that. Now, bear in mind that you also have a charge bar. Look at it going up. That's because we are right next to this cable. I'm actually going to get you to go over here and start harvesting some more metal further away. Another power accumulator is up. There we go. Very nice. Now, notice that here is maintenance. It's 11% in need of maintenance now. And you are 5%. Which is why I opted for the big solar panels since, you know, we didn't have a massive shortage of metal. At this point, we have a base resources set up. The only thing we aren't really getting is food and rare metals, but rare metals is mostly for money. Food is for colonists, and we don't have any just yet. Next step would probably be to get some water and oxygen. Get those set up. You get oxygen from the air. You don't actually get it from water. You don't crack water for it. You just pull it out the air. I assume from carbon dioxide. But our colony's not looking too bad. We have our little spaceship. Hello there, little spaceship. How you doing? And we've got our power set up as well. All in all, good start. For now though, I've been EnterElysium. If you liked, not subscribed, please consider subscribing. Let me know if you want me to play more of this, because I'm only planning a little bit of a short thing at the moment, but if you want me to play more, let me know down below, and I'm always happy to hear feedback, especially since it is a new game for the channel, and of course a new series. Until next time though, trust in Elon Musk, and stay shiny.